You wake up in the morning and before your feet even touch the floor, you already feel heavy. You check your phone. You see a message you forgot to reply to. You remember something embarrassing you did 3 years ago. You think about the work you have not finished. You worry about what people think of you. And just like that, your day is already broken. You feel it, do not you? That quiet, constant weight. The feeling that you are carrying around a backpack full of rocks and nobody else can see it. You keep telling yourself you will fix it tomorrow. You will be more productive. You will be happier. You will finally feel light. But tomorrow comes and the weight is still there. Here is the brutal truth nobody wants to tell you. You are not stuck because you lack motivation. You are not unhappy because something is wrong with you. You are exhausted because you are carrying things that were never yours to carry in the first place. The ancient Stoics knew this better than anyone. They were emperors, slaves, warriors, and philosophers. They lived through plagues, wars, betrayals, and exile, and yet they remained unshakable. Not because they had perfect lives, but because they knew one secret. Peace is not about adding more to your life. Peace is about removing what does not belong. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic minds, said it perfectly. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. He understood that most of our pain is self-inflicted. We hold on to things that quietly destroy us, and we call them normal. Today, I am going to give you a list. 10 things you must quietly remove from your life. Not with drama, not with announcements, not with big emotional confrontations. Just quietly, like a gardener pulling weeds from a garden no one else can see. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to let go of. And more importantly, you will know how to let it go without guilt. Let us begin. Number 1. The need for everyone's approval. This is the heaviest rock in the backpack. And most people do not even realize they are carrying it. You check your phone to see if people liked your post. You change your opinion in conversations so people will agree with you. You say yes when you want to say no, because you are terrified of disappointing someone. You shrink yourself to fit into rooms you were never meant to be in. The Stoics called this slavery, and they were right. Epictetus, who was literally born a slave, said something that should shake you to your core. No man is free who is not master of himself. When you need everyone to approve of you, you are not free. You are a puppet. Every person who can withhold their approval is pulling your strings. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man on earth, reminded himself every single morning that the opinions of others were meaningless. He wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." Read that again. You love yourself more than anyone else. So why do you let strangers dictate your worth? The moment you quietly remove the need for approval, something magical happens. You start making decisions based on what is right, not what is popular. You start speaking your truth, even when your voice shakes. You start becoming the person you were meant to be, instead of the person everyone wanted you to be. Number 2. The past, not the memories, not the lessons, but the emotional weight of what already happened. You replay old arguments in the shower. You cringe at things you said 10 years ago. You punish yourself for mistakes you made when you did not know better. You hold on to grudges against people who have probably forgotten you exist. And you call this remembering. The Stoics called it madness. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." He understood that the past is gone. It does not exist. The only thing that exists is this moment. And every second you spend emotionally living in the past is a second you are stealing from your present. Seneca said, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive." I would add, he who lives in the past will never do anything worthy of the person he could become. Forgive yourself, not because you deserve it, but because you need it. Let the past be the past. Carry the lessons, but drop the weight. Number 3, negative self-talk. This one is quiet. It does not scream at you. It whispers, "You are not good enough. You will probably fail anyway. Why did you say that? So stupid. Everyone else has it figured out. What is wrong with you? You would never say these things to a friend. You would never say them to a child. But you say them to yourself 1,000 times a day, and you call it being realistic." The Stoics believed that your mind is sacred ground. It is the only thing you truly own. Epictetus taught that the first task of a philosopher is to guard their own thoughts, because your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions become your character. When you allow negative self-talk to live rent-free in your head, you are poisoning your own soul. You are becoming your own worst enemy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." Notice he did not say it depends on your circumstances. He did not say it depends on your bank account. He said it depends on your thoughts. Start catching yourself. Every time you hear that inner critic speak, pause, ask yourself, would I say this to someone I love? If not, do not say it to yourself. Replace it with truth. Replace it with kindness. Replace it with silence. Number 4, comparison. You scroll through social media and feel behind. You see someone your age who has more money, a better relationship, a nicer body, a more exciting life. And you feel like you are failing, but here is what you are not seeing. You are comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. The Stoics would laugh at comparison. They understood that every human being has a unique path, a unique purpose, a unique set of circumstances. Comparing your journey to someone else's is like comparing a river to a mountain. They are both beautiful. They are just different. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about your neighbors." He was not being cruel. He was being practical. Every minute you spend looking at someone else's life is a minute you are not living your own. Seneca said, "Let us endeavor so to live, that when we come to die, even the undertaker will be sorry." Notice he did not say, "Let us endeavor to live better than other people." He said, "Let us live well. That is the only competition that matters." Quickly remove comparison. Delete the apps that trigger it. Unfollow the accounts that make you feel small. Stop measuring your worth against strangers. Your only competition is who you were yesterday. Number 5. Things outside your control. This is the foundation of all Stoic philosophy. The dichotomy of control. You worry about the economy. You stress about what politicians are doing. You lose sleep over the weather. You get angry at traffic. You panic about what other people think. And none of it is in your control. Epictetus said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." He was a slave. He knew a thing or two about things outside his control, and yet he was freer than most emperors. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Here is the test. For every worry in your head, ask yourself, can I do something about this right now? If yes, take action. If no, let it go. There is no third option. Worrying about things you cannot change is not preparation. It is self-torture. Quickly remove the things outside your control, not by ignoring them, by accepting them. By focusing your energy only on what you can actually influence, your thoughts, your actions, your character. Number 6. Digital noise. You pick up your phone to check the time. 30 minutes later, you are deep in a rabbit hole of news, drama, and content you do not even remember watching. Your brain feels foggy. Your attention is shattered. You feel anxious, but you do not know why. The Stoics lived in a world without screens, but they understood this problem perfectly. They called it the distraction of the soul. Seneca wrote, "Nothing is more dishonorable than an old man who has no evidence to prove that his life has been long. He has not lived long, he has existed long." In today's world, I would add, he has scrolled long. Your attention is the most valuable thing you own. Every app, every notification, every piece of content is fighting for it, and most of it is garbage. It does not make you smarter. It does not make you happier. It does not make you more peaceful. It just makes you more distracted. Quietly remove the noise. Turn off notifications. Delete apps you do not use. Set boundaries with your phone. Reclaim your attention. Because your attention is your life. Where your attention goes, your life goes. Number 7. Unnecessary obligations. You say yes to events you do not want to attend. You agree to favors you do not have time for. You commit to projects that drain you. You show up for people who would not show up for you, and then you wonder why you are exhausted. The Stoics were ruthless about protecting their time. Seneca wrote an entire book about it called On the Shortness of Life. He said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a great deal of it." Every time you say yes to something you do not want to do, you are saying no to something you do. Every unnecessary obligation is a thief. It steals your time, your energy, your peace. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Ask yourself at every hour, is this necessary? What a question. Is this necessary? Is this meeting necessary? Is this conversation necessary? Is this commitment necessary?" Most of the time, the answer is no. Quietly remove the obligations that do not serve you. Say no without explanation. Cancel plans without guilt. Protect your time like it is the most valuable thing you own, because it is. Number 8. Expectations of how life should be. You have a picture in your head of how your life should look. By this age, you should have this. By this time, you should be there. Life should be fair. People should be kind. Hard work should be rewarded. Good people should win. And then life happens, and you are crushed. The Stoics had a name for this. Attachment to preferred outcomes. They understood that life does not owe you anything. The universe does not care about your plans. Expecting life to go a certain way is the fastest path to misery. Marcus Aurelius started every morning by telling himself, "Today I will meet selfish people, ungrateful people, arrogant people." He was not being pessimistic. He was being realistic. He was removing his expectations so he could not be disappointed. Epictetus said, "Do not seek for things to happen the way they want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Then you will be happy." This is the Stoic secret. Amor fati. Love your fate. Not just accept it, love it. Because every event, every disappointment, every detour is exactly what you needed to become who you are meant to be. Quietly remove your expectations. Stop demanding that life be a certain way. Start accepting it as it is, and watch how much lighter you feel. Number 9. The fear of judgment. You do not start the business because people might laugh. You do not wear what you want because people might stare. You do not speak your truth because people might disagree. You live your life in a cage made of imaginary opinions. And the cruelest part? Most people are not even thinking about you. They are too busy worrying about what you think of them. The Stoics understood that judgment is inevitable. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is possible for a man to be happy, even if he is hated by everyone." He was not being dramatic. He was stating a fact. You cannot control whether people judge you. You can only control whether you let it matter, Epictetus said. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. He understood that growth requires discomfort, that greatness requires being misunderstood, that if you are not being judged, you are probably not doing anything worth doing. Quietly remove the fear of judgment. Let people think what they want. Let them misunderstand you. Let them talk about you behind your back. Their opinions are not your problem. Your character is. Number 10. The need to be right. You argue with strangers on the internet. You correct people in conversations. You need to have the last word. You cannot let things go because you need to prove you were right. And you call this being principled. The Stoics called it ego. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." When you need to be right, you become a slave to your ego. You waste your energy on battles that do not matter. You damage relationships over points that will be forgotten in a week, Seneca said. The greatest remedy for anger is delay. I would add, the greatest remedy for the need to be right is silence. Most of the time, being right does not matter. What matters is being at peace. What matters is preserving your energy. What matters is protecting your relationship. Quickly remove the need to be right. Let people be wrong. Let conversations end without resolution. Let go of the last word. You will be amazed at how much energy you get back. Let us review the 10 things. The need for everyone's approval. The past negative self-talk. Comparison. Things outside your control. Digital noise. Unnecessary obligations. Expectations of how life should be. The fear of judgment. The need to be right. These are not just bad habits. These are weights. And you have been carrying them for so long, you forgot you were carrying them at all. Here is what I want you to do. Do not try to remove all 10 at once. That is not the Stoic way. The Stoic way is slow, deliberate, intentional. Pick one, just one, and quietly remove it this week. Maybe it is the need for approval. This week, make one decision without asking anyone's opinion. Maybe it is comparison. This week, unfollow 5 accounts that make you feel small. Maybe it is digital noise. This week, turn off your phone 1 hour before bed. Start small, but start, because here is the truth. You are not meant to carry all of this. You were not built to hold the weight of everyone's opinions, the regrets of the past, fear of the future, the noise of the world. You were built to live, to think clearly, to act with virtue, to be at peace. And the only way to get there is to let go, Seneca said. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. I would add, it is not the man who has too much to do, but the man who cannot let go, that is exhausted. Quickly remove what does not serve you, not with anger, not with drama, just quietly. Like leaves falling from a tree in autumn, natural, necessary, beautiful. And watch what happens. Watch how much lighter you feel. Watch how much clearer your mind becomes. Watch how much more energy you have for the things that actually matter. Watch how your relationships improve. Watch how your work improves. Watch how your life improves. Because when you remove the weeds, the flowers finally have room to grow. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. You already have everything you need. You just need to stop carrying what does not belong. So start today. Pick one thing, just one, and quietly let it go. Your future self is waiting for you on the other side of that release. If this video spoke to you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message.